Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of A2C Emergence. I'm Elliot. I'm joined here by the one and only Snoopy making his commentary debut. And let's look at the rundown for the card as the Boogeyman will take on a mystery opponent after the recent firing of Kenny Omega. The winner will go on to the finals in the Gold Rush tournament and will face either, I forgot who it was.
Kofi Kingston and Gunther. Gunther took a loss in New Year's Revolution, so I see he's ready to take a win against Kofi Kingston. But Kofi Kingston has a lot to prove here.
And then we will see Blake Monroe take on the man Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch.
Then we have the Legend Killers versus the Daredevils. All of these men have something to prove here, but this match be a 5-star? Big question.
Indeed it will be, as that is our opening contest here tonight, live here from Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of the OKC Thunder.
Let's see who's coming out first. I wonder. And here's Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin making their way to the ring.
The Daredevils, Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin, still have a score to settle with the Legend Killers, Danhausen and Randy Orton.
They seem very pumped for this match. I noticed that Jeff Hardy has the associated Daredevil face paint on. I think he's really ready to get this match pumped.
Indeed he is, and that actually last time, well, not these two teams, but Jeff Hardy would team up with Sting to take on Danhausen and Randy Orton. But now Darby will team up with this tag team partner and best friend, Jeff Hardy, as here comes Randy Orton and Danhausen, the Legend Killers.
Randy Orton and Danhausen have... Oh, here comes Danhausen. Where's Orton? Oh, he's coming out. I was like, where is Orton? Orton, you have a match going on, sir. You're not just going to leave Danhausen out to the wolves, are you? Here come the Legend Killers down the ramp. And I see they are very confident. They have matching attires. They're very confident, very cocky. I feel like they feel this might be a walk in the park win for the Legend Killers.
Here we go. Matchup is underway. Legend Killers versus the Daredevils. Here we go. Opening contest of Emergence. And here we go. Jeff Hardy out the gate with the suplex to Danhausen and a big kick by Darby Allin to Randy.
Oh my God.
Jeff with the leg drop to Randy.
His leg dropped to Randy. It doesn't connect. Jeff hurt his buns. Oh, and Danhausen with a suplex. Jeff Hardy on his neck. And here he goes to Darby Allin, just poking him out on the ropes. Using the ropes to dismantle his Adam's apple. It's a nice uppercut, but Jeff comes back to double drop kick.
Now Jeff going after Darby. Jeff, and oh, what the... It looked like a big exploder of some sort. I could be wrong. But now Danhausen turning his attention to Darby. Darby off the ropes inadvertently.
Oh, Jeff Hardy right in the nads. That's gonna have to hurt. That's gonna hurt for a while, Randy Orton. Maybe no kids Orton.
Now Jeff looking for a weapon of sort. He had a kendo stick, but just threw it down. Maybe wants to do this with his fist. And now Darby going against Danhausen in a big backdrop.
Of Hardy, double drop kick to Orton as Darby Allin gets the upper hand finally, but never mind. Here comes Orton with the Orton Luthez press.
Now Darby with the splash to Danhausen off the ropes. And now Darby going to work on Randy. Big forearm. And now Jeff going into the cover looking to pick up the win for the Daredevils, but a kick out on one. Now Darby calling up the Viper Randy Orton. And a big drop kick out of the view that I saw. And Jeff was throwing haymakers on Danhausen there.
Oh, here goes Darby Allin just stomping ahead of Randy Orton. Stomping it in. And Danhausen has just gotten hit with a light tube. I know that Danhausen has feared much worse, but a light tube is something you don't want to get smashed in the back with.
Now Darby gonna send Orton out to the outside, and Jeff, missed with the springboard frog splash, but now Darby with the big Rana to Danhausen. Now, missed with the kick. Danhausen, sends him butt first into his knee. Now, Jeff, sending Danhausen down, and there's vintage Jeff Hardy. And now Hardy going into the cover, looking to pick up the win for the Daredevils, but not even a 1 count.
Of Hardy following up Danhausen. Oh my God, a code breaker from the top rope. Darby Allin hit Randy Orton with a tar, and now he's throwing him in. Tried to throw him into the steps. But he's going to have an electric chair. Punch to the back of the head, and Jeff Hardy's going up. Went for a leg drop, but failed. A twist of fate. Danhausen, and he's going for the cover for the win.
Kick out at 2 of the twist of fate. And now Darby back into the ring. Maybe clean up the work that Jeff Hardy has already done to Danhausen. Now Darby, coffin drop missed. Danhausen rolled out of the way just in time in the low blow. And now Danhausen going to the cover, looking to pick up the win against the Daredevils, but a kick out by Darby Allin. And now Hardy back into the fray, looking to come to the aid of his friend.
Goes Hardy, coming to the aid. His friend with a big body slam. And Darby Allin, Jesus Christ, he has a big clothesline, taking down Randy and Jeff in the process. He may have just screwed his team, Danhausen.
Danhausen going for the very nice, very evil choke slam. Now Danhausen going into the cover, looking to pick up the victory against the Daredevils, but a kick out at 2.
Darby Allin was distracted. You know, you never get distracted when your teammate is getting pinned, but you see F as resilient, and Randy Orton got a trash cover thrown at him in the corner.
I apologize. It was the very hellish choke slam. Excuse me.
It all makes mistakes sometimes. And Jeff just busted Danhausen open with a nasty forearm and just knocked Randy off the turnbuckle.
Now Jeff going back up to the top rope. Randy's up, and a big axe handle to Randy. Now Darby, or twist of fate to Danhausen by Jeff Hardy. Going into the cover, looking to pick up the win for the Daredevils. Count of 2 and a kick out by Danhausen.
Darby Allin again stomping a mud hole into Randy Orton's chest, and now stomping a mud hole into Danhausen. Hardy was outside the ring doing, you don't know. Danhausen seems to be Picking it back up with a nasty stunner.
Now, Danhausen going up to the top rope. With Jeff Hardy in the sights and a coffin drop of his own to Jeff Hardy. And now going into the cover, Darby trying to run back in, but a 1 count kick out by Jeff Hardy. And now...
Darby Allin coffin drop springboard in the middle rope. Will this be enough to take down Danhausen? Danhausen has endured 3 finishers, but no, he kicks out at the count of 2. Danhausen is a resilient being.
Now Danhausen slid out the way just in time. Sending him off the ropes, drop down. Leapfrog by Danhausen. What's he looking to do here? Big hip toss by Danhausen. Oh, this is what the suplex looked like. And now, oh, what a big neck breaker of sorts. Or stunner by Darby Allin, taking out Danhausen, and now he got another light pole.
And Jeff Hardy with a double drop kick to Randy Orton in the ring. Randy Orton has just flipped over, and Danhausen up and drop. Danhausen. Jeff Hardy. Just a fake to Danhausen. This might be over. Going for the cover. And the Daredevils pick up the win against the Legend Killers.
And a huge win for the Daredevils. Against Danhausen and Randy Orton.
Daredevils have seemingly picked up the win, but Randy has seemed annoyed with these Daredevils. Let's see how that progresses in the next few weeks.
And a big win for the Daredevils. But coming up next, we have Blake Monroe making her Emergence debut as she takes on the winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament, the man, Becky Lynch.
You know, Becky Lynch is an ironic character to me. She has, I'm not sure if she's too witty in A2C so far, but she does have the gall and the respect to move forward and be the best women's wrestler.
The wife of our... He is the wife of our A2C world champion, Seth Rollins, and member of the Vision and the Corporation.
She has a big weight on her back here tonight, as if she does not win, this could look bad on Corporation and her husband, Rollins. So, we'll have to see what happens.
She's going to be taking on a...
And speaking of big weights, here comes Blake Monroe to the ring. Actually, Blake Monroe fares way better in this competition because Blake Monroe is young, she's fun, she's somewhat dumb, and he's always a good time in and out of the ring. This is the skimpiest attire I've ever seen from any A2C woman. That doesn't matter because Blake Monroe is showing that she's here to win, and she'll look pretty while doing it. Here we go, this match getting started. Oh God, Becky Lynch had to run at Blake Monroe. No, punch to the fart box as Blake Monroe with a knee. Grabbing Becky Lynch. Oh, with a punch. Oh, and a drop kick. Drop kick by Blake Monroe. Now she's just standing there watching Becky Lynch. She's oogling her hair as she watches Becky Lynch in pain on the outside. Oh, with a chop. Punch. Punch. Another big forearm to Becky Lynch and a knee to the face. Blake Monroe has so far brutalized Becky Lynch, but never mind. Becky Lynch gets back up. Becky Lynch dragging her. Becky Lynch dragging. Becky Lynch getting back in the ring. Oh, and a stomp. Stomp to the back of the heel. It's gonna leave marks. Oh, Becky Lynch kicking her. Hop kick. What is with these women and kicking them right in the fart box? Like, I'm confused.
Now Becky. Blake with some big elbows.
Becky loading in a lot of strikes to an uppercut on Blake Monroe. She's on the second rope. She's calling her up. Becky Lynch, drop kick from the second rope. Blake Monroe turns that into a roll-up. Can she get the win? No, kick out at one. Kick out before one, actually.
Now, Becky sending Blake off the ropes and a big drop kick to Blake. Blake took a lot of that. And now Becky going up to the top rope.
Becky with a moonsault, an impressive moonsault. One, and only one count can suffice for that moonsault that Becky Lynch did. Now Blake Monroe trying to crawl away from getting hit in the fart box. She hits Becky in the face instead. Blake Monroe, DDT, Becky Lynch, and Jesus Christ, Becky Lynch flipped over from that one little DDT. Now on the outside, there's some loading strikes onto Becky Lynch.
Now Blake, the more big stomp. Oh my gosh, bro. Just taking it to Becky Lynch, bro. The ref is at a count of 4.
Blake Monroe just taunting Becky Lynch, clapping her hands together like she just took out the trash. But Becky Lynch is back up with a hip toss and an elbow on the outside.
Now Becky has Blake. Oh, Blake dodging. Now Blake has Becky now. Big power bomb on the outside. And now Blake gonna head back into the ring. No, she's gonna go up to the top rope. What's Blake looking for here? Blake's calling up the man. Blake. Oh, missed with the crossbody. Becky playing possum the entire time. And now Becky has Blake. And a big
Blake up. Oh my God. Power bombing.
Oh my God.
Brutalizing Blake Monroe. And now the disarmer. The disarmer's locked in on the outside, but the ref is still counting. Well, they both get counted out. Becky lets it. Blake Monroe actually gets out of the disarm her with a sling blade.
Oh, big jawbreaker by Becky. And now, oh, missed with the leg sweep. And Blake with a big boot right to the face of Becky. Now Blake gonna send Becky back into the ring.
Will Blake make the distance that it requires? Jump, but no, Becky gets up. Oh, but
And
what's
what the?
this?
Oh, R-Truth. What's R-Truth doing here? And now Becky with the manhandle slam to Blake off the distraction. And Becky Lynch is going to pick up the victory against the debuting Blake Monroe. Off the distraction. And here comes Stephanie Vaquer, the A2C World Champion, with an SVB to Becky Lynch, sending a statement to the man Becky Lynch.
She could be sending a statement to the man Becky Lynch, but she could also be sending a statement to the corporation. We'll see how this goes.
So after the big win, off the distraction by R-Truth, who still with no reason, I still don't know why he was out there. But here comes the tribal chief, the head of the table. Snoopy, throw up your ones.
I ain't throwing up my ones, I'm throwing up my rag. A snotty rag. For this man.
Acknowledge the OTC, a former A2C World Champion, a former Tag Team Champion, the greatest wrestler of the Samoan Dynasty. Acknowledge Roman Reigns.
I'm sorry, Ellie, but the only thing I'm gonna acknowledge is the fact that this man, Roman Reigns, has not been seen in a while. So why would I acknowledge him if I have not seen this man? I don't know. I'm not sure if he should be acknowledged. Should he?
Roman Reigns lost a first-round matchup in the Gold Rush tournament to Swerve Strickland's former rival.
Walking down to the ring, taking his time. We wonder what this man's going to do. We wonder what he's going to say. We wonder how he's going to act. It's all pure speculation.
For Roman, though, he's kind of been thin as of late. He lost his title back at No Mercy. Jon Moxley, his closest ally and friend outside of his cousin Jey Uso, quit the company last week. And now Roman, it just feels like he's been all on his lonesome for quite some time now.
This, sure, to be one for the ages, one for the books. Whatever he's about to do, we all know it's going to be something with purpose. We all might be shocked at the end. May shit our pants. Who knows?
Roman got a lot to get off his chest. He's been bearing it in for so long.
Last week, Jon Moxley did what a lot of people backstage wish they had the guts to do. He walked out, and I don't blame him. At New Year's Revolution, Moxley didn't lose because Seth Rollins was better. He lost because the deck wasn't stacked. It was welded shut. The authority, the vision, owners, wrestlers, opportunists, parasites, including the puppet master himself, Seth freaking Rollins. Moxley walked out because he thought he was alone. He's not. Backstage morale is dead. I walk through those halls and all I see is talented men and women staring at their boots. Champions who don't believe in fighting for anything anymore. future legends who already think the ending is written for them. This is the only place left in A2C that still feels alive. But let me make one thing real clear. I didn't come to sit in the pews. I didn't come to write sad speeches. I didn't come to quit when it gets dirty. I live in dirty. So let me tell you what I'm doing next. I am officially entering the 2026 Royal Rumble match. And while everyone backstage is busy asking themselves if they can win, I'm asking myself how fast I can clear the ring. 29 men, 29 obstacles, and 29 problems that all get solved the same way. The corporation thinks they created inevitability. They think they finally found a shield thick enough to stop me. They think the game is over. They're wrong. I will throw out every man they put in my way. I will win that match. I will walk into WrestleMania. And when I get there, I will dismantle Seth Rollins. Not just for the title, but to give the world title back to A2C and not to the corporation. As the corporate empire crumbles and the Roman Empire will rise from the ashes once and for all.
Big time words
From Roman Reigns. He has called out the corporation, saying Jon Moxley did what a lot of people would not do.
and Roman Reigns just becomes the second A2C super to announce that he is in the Royal Rumble match. It was
Well, we
announced
have
it was announced a couple days ago that John Cena would enter. Roman Reigns is the second.
now, if those two are entering the Rumble, I wonder who's going to be the next surprise. But Elliot, get up. Get up like David. Start twerking. It's Kofi Kingston, but he's Jamaican now.
And here is Kofi. He's kind of been on a streak, I'd say, as of late. I think so.
Kofi Kingston has done something. We haven't seen this man in forever. It's good to see Kofi back on the stage. Pretending to have a Jamaican accent once again. But it's all worth it.
Kofi kind of had a strong way to end out 2025.
There he goes twerking.
And we'll see what 2026 can bring in for the legendary Kofi Kingston. But he has a tall task ahead of him. As he has,
Oh my God!
Wait a minute.
He's getting dragged out the ring.
That's Gunther. Gunther was supposed to take on Kofi, but he's brutally assaulting Kofi in a big power bomb. Gunther not even in ring attire, and now he's just beating away on Kofi Kingston with that steel chair.
Kofi Kingston's just getting brutalized on the side of the ring. Oh, Kofi gets up, throws the chair right at his face.
Gunther
Is not happy.
obviously still upset at the fact that he lost to the Boogeyman at New Year's Evil. But he doesn't need to stoop this low and go this far.
Oh my God, he's picking up Kofi in an array of power bombs.
Another powerbomb to Kofi, and now Gunther again.
It's
third.
Powerbomb after powerbomb after powerbomb. And the crowd is not happy. You can hear the boos in the arena. Gunther is getting booed out of the arena, but he does not care. He sets Kofi up for another powerbomb.
And now Gunther again with Kofi. The fifth powerbomb to Kofi. This was supposed to be a match, and no, not on the barricade. Oh my God.
Why is nobody stopping this brutal assault Everybody, including the corporation, is just watching Kofi get brutalized, and he got hit with a friggin' light tube. Kofi is just getting brutalized out here. Where are the medics? Where's security? Nobody's gonna break this up.
No one is coming to save Kofi. He's all by his lonesome. And now Gunther again. Now he's just going to take Kofi in the ring and show to the world what he's capable of.
Has Kofi in the corner. Oh my God, no. Gunther going to the top. What is he looking for? Is he looking for what I think he's looking for from the top rope? A powerbomb to Kofi. Kofi's ribs must be shattered. And now, locking Kofi in the hold, Kofi's ribs and assortments are getting cracked right now.
Walking in the Dragon Sleeper in the center of the ring. We got to get OKC PD out here. It's a mess as Gunther made a statement, but probably might have just put Kofi on the shelf for a while. Disgusting active behavior from the ring general.
Kofi may be injured, but Gunther surely proved his point. And maybe the boogeyman is watching, and maybe he expected Gunther to do that. Who knows what's next? Oh, but here we have the Gold Rush Tournament. We are going to see who replaces a pedophile for a shot at the Gold Rush Tournament against the Boogeyman.
And here comes... Oh! Well, it seems
like AJ Styles has answered the call.
It seems like OKC has gone phenomenal. AJ Styles has answered the call.
We haven't seen AJ Styles in forever. The last time we saw AJ Styles, he was on a losing side of a match. And he has been gone. But he seems to be back, he seems to be ready, and he seems to be steady.
AJ was fresh off a matchup against Will Ospreay for the Genesis Championship, in which he lost to Will. He's been trying to get back in the title scene for quite some time now. As replacing Kenny Omega, this would be a perfect opportunity for AJ.
And here comes the Boogeyman. He's coming to get you. Here comes the person who's seemingly under children's beds, or not even children's beds, everyone's beds. It's the Boogeyman with a clock in his mouth and his staff and his worms. He's ready for this matchup to start. Oh, Jesus. I felt that from the commentary table, Elliot. I felt that. Almost burned my ass. But here comes the Boogeyman down to the ring. He has an impressive record in A2C. He's won some, he's lost some, but he's never been one to take loss lightly.
You could also say that Boogie is probably one of the most deserving people to go after that world championship. I mean, he's definitely got the locker room's approval. He's definitely got my approval. But we'll see how he fares up against a multiple-time world champion, AJ Styles. It is our main event here in Oklahoma, or in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's the Boogeyman. It's AJ Styles. Winner goes to the finals. Here we go.
AJ Styles just opened up the match with a big, big strike. And now rolling Boogeyman up, trying to get an easy 3. The Boogeyman kicks out at 1. AJ Styles armbar. And Boogeyman gets out of it.
Boogie getting out of it swiftly. Now Boogie has AJ. AJ catches him with an elbow right to the face. Now AJ grabbing the leg. Oh, sends him with his knee. And now AJ off the ropes. And a big forearm right to the face of Boogie. Now AJ calling the Boogeyman back up. Big kick to the face. And now Boogie with a big chop to AJ. Another chop by AJ. Big chop by Boogie. Big fist by Boogie. AJ with a right. Boogie with the chop. AJ with the chop. Boogie missed with the right. AJ with the right.
With a chop and a chop and a chop. They're just chopping each other up like meat.
Now Boogie with another chop.
And they're cutting each other up on a cutting board. And now an array of strikes. This can be anyone's game here. They're both striking the head of the other, and nobody gets the upper hand. But Boogeyman does with a roll-up, but a kick out before 1. AJ using his strength to pick up the Boogeyman and slams him down in the middle of the ring. And now AJ looks like he was going for something, but Boogeyman reverses with a back body drop.
Now Boogie calling up AJ. Boogie, well, what's he doing? Gonna go up to the middle rope. Big axe handle to AJ. Sends him down. And now Boogie. Oh.
Boogeyman.
Boogie.
Slam.
Boogie slam.
Here comes Boogeyman. Calling AJ up for what? AJ reverses Boogeyman's attempt at a finisher. And AJ, forearm off the turnbuckle. And here goes AJ, pushing Boogeyman off the ropes. Dodged it the first time, but Boogeyman, whatever AJ was trying to do, it failed. Boogeyman with a splash. Now, yelling at AJ to get up.
Now Boogie, fireman's press on AJ, and a big, sending AJ off the ropes face first, or off the turnbuckle face first.
And here goes Boogeyman. He's trying to use his foot to choke AJ out, but AJ kicks him right on the booty. Right on the booty. And here goes AJ. And the rope kicks him in the leg.
Now AJ, just towing his neck away on the top rope. And now AJ, backbreaker, and sends him down. Now AJ going into the cover on Boogie. Count of 1, but not even a kick out at 2. Now Boogie trying to crawl back up to the ropes, get himself composed, and get him back in this matchup.
Oh, AJ tried to go for a top rope move, but Boogeyman kicked him directly in the face. But that's not stopping AJ from whipping him out on the outside of the ring. Now here they go. On the outside. Stomping by Boogeyman. Just stomping on AJ. But AJ gets up. Oh my god, and Boogeyman's busted open. AJ whipped him directly into the turnbuckle. And now Boogeyman with elbows of his own. They're on the outside. They could be counted out. But Boogeyman rolls in at the last second. AJ has one more count to get in the ring. And he does. Boogeyman's waiting for AJ. But AJ takes his time walking over there. Boogeyman should have gotten out of the corner. But he does anyway. With a nice flying clothesline. And he's taking the cover off of that. Boogeyman's finisher attempt is again reversed. AJ Styles coming for the Styles Clash on Boogeyman, but does not use the pin combo.
AJ dragging Boogie back and out. AJ counter 1, counter 2, and Boogie kicks out. Now AJ getting the Boogeyman back up. AJ with a big punch, some more big punches, and a big clothesline by AJ Styles. AJ off the ropes. Oh, big axe handle right to the face of the Boogeyman. And Boogie back up to his feet quickly. Now sends AJ off the ropes, and a big clothesline by the Boogeyman. Now Boogie gonna go up to the top rope, but AJ back in the ring. AJ sees it, or he does, but a big diving shoulder tackle by the Boogeyman.
Boogeyman calling AJ up. Dragging him somewhere, and it's going to be on the ropes. Boogeyman using the ropes for his momentum and just stomping a mud hole in AJ's chest. And now Boogeyman unleashing strikes onto AJ Styles. And then, oh my God, just gripping his jugular, ripping that vein. But AJ gets up and trips him.
Now AJ calling Boogie up. AJ, oh, missed with the drop kick off the rope. And now Boogie looking to capitalize off that, maybe to pick up a win. Refs had a counter 2 and a kick out by AJ. Now Boogie gonna call up AJ. Boogie with the Boogie Slam. That's the Boogie Slam. I apologize for earlier, but Boogie going to the count of 2 and a kick out by AJ.
Boogeyman now doing some hoodoo voodoo. And AJ reverses. Will he be going for the phenomenal form? No. But Boogeyman catches him just in time before he gets the chance to springboard. But AJ gets out of it once again with a nasty elbow to Boogeyman's arm. Now Boogeyman is up. AJ suplex into a neck breaker.
Now, AJ dodged the right. AJ backbreaker and sent him with a slam straight to the mat face first. Now AJ getting Boogie back up, but Boogie's dazed. AJ's going up to the top rope. AJ, big axe handle to Boogie right to the back. And now AJ calling up the Boogeyman. AJ, oh, pop up. Looking for that pop up. Styles Clash in the center of the ring. AJ looking to pick up the victory against the Boogeyman, and a kick out, a near fall kick out by the Boogeyman. And now AJ going right back to work. Oh, big inverted DDT. And now has his leg. AJ going for that figure 4. Is Boogie gonna tap out? Center of the ring. He's nowhere close to the ropes. Boogeyman trying to stay alive, but AJ seemingly lets go of the figure 4. But now AJ calling Boogie back up. Maybe going again for that Styles Clash. No, big jawbreaker. Oh, Boogie going for that slam, that falling power slam. A kick out by AJ.
Here we go. Boogeyman going for a Boogie Slam in the middle of the ring. And now pinning AJ.
And what the hell? Oh, Swerve Strickland.
That swerve. He pulled the ref out of the ring. And now he's arguing with the ref. Boogeyman watches as AJ gets the low blow. The ref makes it back in time.
and the count of 3. And the boogeyman just got screwed at the hands of Swerve Strickland.
What could this mean for Swerve Strickland as he interferes in this match?
Seemingly still don't. I'm just beside myself. Boogie just got screwed, bro.
Boogeyman may not take that screwing too lightly.